the way, I kind of like glanced at it. This one's bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad.
Okay. I'm excited.
Girl. Me too.
Okay. So, I am recording.
Okay.
So we can just go ahead and start getting into it.
I know, girl, by the way, I like that shirt.
Oh, thank you.
What does it say?
I honestly don't know. Let me look in the...
Me.
Turquoise? I don't know.
Her.
I
love it. It matches your two little blue things in the back.
These?
The little like blue, yeah. Like the blue and then blue.
The two little blue... Do you know what these little blue things are?
I know that's Snorlax.
Okay.
And I don't know what the little one is.
This is a little baby Cthulhu.
Oh,
okay,
now I get. No, okay, yeah, the wings.
Yeah.
I was just like, is that just an octopus?
Just like a little octopus face man.
I guess.
The hell.
Anyways, welcome to She Knows It with Alex
and Izzie. Oh my gosh.
So today we're going to be. I know, right?
Yeah.
So today we're going to be doing Reddit stories, a fan favorite amongst most podcasters. And today we have some juicy "Am I the a-hole?" I'm not going to say it right now because of ads and like
how quickly we are.
Yeah, we're gonna say it later on because obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have some juicy ones today. We dug through that subreddit, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I'm so
excited. Okay. Okay, do you want to go first? Maybe first.
Okay. I think mine's not as juicy, so I think we save yours for second.
Okay,
I think yours is juicier. So,
okay,
you know, we both brought one to the table, so that we can kind of duality. So I'll be reading mine, she'll be reading hers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And also, we want to know you guys' comments on the episodes.
Let us know your opinions on these.
Your opinions, if you side with him, if you don't, your takes.
Yeah.
Everything I want to know because a couple of these, I'm just. Because we're recording 2 different episodes today, so we might look the same in both the Reddit ones, but some of these I don't know. Because some of them I'm like, okay, maybe they are the a-hole, but it's
we
kind of
haven't read through all these, but we've like skimmed a little bit.
Skimmed to make sure that they're interesting and juicy enough for you guys to enjoy. But yeah,
let's get the full context now, shall we?
I know.
Okay, am I the asshole? I told my friend's boyfriend she doesn't do relationships. So right off the bat, what are we feeling just from the title?
I don't know. That's a little sneaky snake to me.
It's a little a-hole behavior, a little asshole behavior. I'm gonna be honest.
And it's kind of like I feel like it's going behind the friend's back. You know,
it is. It does feel a little bit like weird. Also.
Yeah.
Just reading this next sentence.
Okay.
It's a little old to be doing this, too.
Oh.
Me, 41 female. My friend Paula, 40 female, doesn't do relationships. She doesn't like defining things or using labels. About 6 months ago, she left something in my car. She doesn't drive, so I often take her places. Okay. Her boyfriend, my term, not hers. Okay, so she did not say my boyfriend. Her boyfriend. Like, she did not call her boyfriend her boyfriend. This is the friend being like her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Shane, 38 male. So younger man, very slightly, but younger man.
Okay.
Came over to collect it for her. They'd been seeing each other for about 3 months, and I've met him twice.
Ooh.
Okay. I assumed I'd just hand it over and we'd be done, but it turns out he's a talker. So we ended up chatting for about an hour. We were joking about her leaving things in our cars, how she tends to drift between jobs and living arrangements. It said something about the way she does relationships. Shane got a look on his face and I realized I upset him. Okay. I felt terrible and probably over-explained that she doesn't do labels or monogamy, which all of that is true. Okay. But like, he should know this. Like, he should have known this going into the relationship.
If they're dating and she doesn't do monogamy, that should have been a conversation.
That should be a conversation they've had. The next time I talked to Paula, I told her about the conversation. She said it made sense because he had seemed upset when he returned her item. About 3 months ago, I broke up with the guy I'd been seeing. I told Paula a couple days ago that I'm ready to start dating again. She suggested I date Shane, her current, like, boyfriend. And then in quotation marks. So he doesn't think he's my boyfriend. Okay, so the friend said... So he doesn't think he's my boyfriend. You should try to date Shane so he knows I'm not exclusively dating him. Then continued that he probably doesn't like me because I upset him.
Oh.
Okay. My realizations were, one, she still hadn't had a conversation with him about how she doesn't do relationships after 9 months. 2, she blamed me for upsetting him. And then 3, that I might be interested in Shane. And then in parentheses, or not parentheses, parentheses.
Yeah.
The
brackets.
Yeah, within, wait, what is it?
Yeah.
Semicolon parentheses? No, parentheses are these. What is it called? I'm having such a brain fart moment. Oh my god.
Yeah.
When I bleached my hair, the blonde really got to me.
The chemicals really seeped in.
What is it called? Oh my god. The I don't care. Then it says this one made me feel the worst. So the fact that the original poster, OP, has feelings, they think that they might have feelings for Shane, makes them feel the worst out of all this. I'd only seen Shane in passing since, quote unquote, the incident. Oh no, they're quotation marks. Parentheses are the little lines. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Once I said quotation marks, I was like, okay. I wouldn't date him. It's too messy. But it made me wonder if on some level I told him to try to sabotage their relationship / whatever it is. This is information Paula should have told him herself. Yeah. But it's clear now that she had no intention to. She doesn't feel the need to explain herself because she thinks people shouldn't make assumptions. I wonder why Shane would think they're in a relationship, though, as they have all... I understand why Shane would think they're in a relationship, though, as they have all the markers. Is it my fault for upsetting Shane, or is it Paula's fault for not being upfront with him? Was I trying to sabotage what they had? Am I the asshole? A little... like note that they added, my friend doesn't define relationships. I told her boyfriend, she blames me, not their actual names and not my regular account. So just they wanted to clarify. So now that we've been through it all, I don't think they're the asshole.
I don't think so either.
I fully thought they were going to be the asshole going into this.
Me too.
But no, this is the friend's fault. Paula, I think is what they said. Yeah.
Paula is dating Shane, but it sounds like she didn't clarify to Shane that she's not monogamous.
Would you need to clarify that?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's like first date conversation.
Yeah.
That's like not even like you're on a date. Like that's like texting conversation.
Yeah,
like
you're talking about what a relationship looks like to you, and you mentioned that you're non-monogamous.
Yeah.
That you're poly.
So, and the fact that it sounds like Shane was under the assumption that it was a monogamous relationship. And then she pushed the OP to date Shane. I don't think OP is in the wrong.
No, OP is not in the wrong.
I think they were in the right. 100%.
I feel so bad for Shane.
I think they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, okay, granted, 3 months, not that long. But the fact that that wasn't a conversation that was clarified earlier was really, really, really shitty.
Yeah. Okay. I don't go on Am I the Asshole very often, so I don't know how to check the verdict. I think it's just through the comments. Hold on,
it's actually like it should be like on the top, like near. Top? Yeah, it should be like.
Oh, they were deemed not the asshole.
Yeah. Okay.
Which makes sense. Okay.
Makes sense.
Some of the comments I think your bit about how you think you might have subconsciously tried to sabotage their relationship rings true, but rather than you trying to ruin something, I think you were trying to make him see the light about your friend. The man is wasting his, especially at y'all's age, time, not a bad person. Yeah, I
also
agree with
their
that.
grown age. They're grown age.
At 40, if you are not willing to communicate with your partner about the fact you're not monogamous,
That's a very easy conversation.
It really is.
At 20 dating, right?
Yeah.
I'm obviously in a relationship, but, well, not obviously, but I am in one.
Obviously, I'm in a relationship.
But that's like a first, just getting to know each other conversation. Like, hey, you know, even the topic of like kids and marriage. Yeah. Because, you know, if they want that in the future and you don't, that's kind of a big conversation that you would like to have earlier on, before you actually are like 5, 6, 7 months in the line, and you're like, oh, by the way, I actually don't want kids, and they're like, oh, well, I really want kids.
Yeah, I one of my like close family friends, they were dating someone for like 10 years. And she didn't know until like the 10-year mark that he didn't want kids, and he never planned on proposing to her. Yeah. They were dating for like 10 years. And I'm like, how do you go 10 years without having that conversation? But she went through 10 years without having that conversation because she thought they were on the same page. They had never communicated it fully before.
See, communication, I think, is really just like the key to relationships.
It really is, especially long distance, which we both understand that. So it's like, it is detrimental to be clear and communicative in a relationship. Friendships as well. Like, communication is just very important. And boundaries are very important with said communication. This person's not the asshole. Paula's the asshole.
No,
their friend is the asshole. That is such asshole behavior. 9 months. 9 months. She's been dating, quote unquote, Shane, and all that time he thought they were exclusive.
Yeah. No. And especially, I mean, again, like at 40, that just blows my mind that you're that far along in life and you aren't willing to communicate that.
This is 16-year-old behavior. Like, no offense to 16-year-olds. I know 16-year-olds out there that are way more mature than this. But, like, this is, like, you would see this in a stereotypical, like, high school group chat.
Yeah, high school setting.
You know? Like,
and I mean, there's nothing wrong if you want to date multiple people at one time. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It is a communication to the person, because a lot of people might be like, oh, hey, I'm not okay with that. I don't want to be subjected to that, because that's also putting them in a lot of health related positions. And if they're not aware of it, that can be really bad for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Paula, definitely the a-hole, and OP is not the a-hole.
Yeah.
My verdict.
Also,
my opinion.
By the way, this Am of the Asshole story is from 21 hours ago, so this is fresh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mine's 2 days.
Okay. Pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Pretty fresh.
Fresh.
Okay.
Fresh.
So shall we move on to yours?
Yes. Okay. Mine's a little bit more juicy, a little bit more family drama. So, am I the asshole if I sell my youngest daughter's car to help cover my oldest tuition?
Right off the bat, you're the asshole. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Off the bat.
I'm so sorry, but like, that is not treating all your kids equal.
Yeah, it's not even like a conversation, but I want to know the tea, and I want to know the background, and I want to know context. where they get the audacity to think like that.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Maybe their kid's a bitch. Maybe their kid's a raging bitch.
Maybe the kid is like super wild, disrespectful, doesn't treat the car right. Maybe, you know, they're not deserving of a car, but I don't think so.
But it's just like, no matter that, it's like, if you, okay, here's the thing. The only way I could see this not working out is if like he never got a car for the first kid.
Yeah.
And that caused drama, that he got a car for the youngest.
Yeah.
And so he was like, okay, I'm going to make it right by selling the car and giving the older tuition, and then I'm going to pay for the other's tuition as well.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could see this like working out in his favor or their favor. I don't know if it's a dad or a mom. It just feels like a dad for some reason to me.
Yeah, it's 55M.
Okay.
Okay, so let me get into it. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Reddit. I don't normally post on these kinds of things, so I don't know all of the labeling and acronyms, conversations, and things that I see people using in other posts. I am 55 male. My daughters are 21 female and 17 female. My oldest is finishing up her junior year of college at a very good school. We are very proud of her. She has a full ride academic scholarship that is dependent on her GPA. Well, she says based on her current grades, after the semester, her GPA will dip below the cutoff. And after extensive back and forth on the phone with the school, they say it is contractual and we will be obligated to pay her next year's tuition.
Ooh.
Okay.
That doesn't. Okay. Just a little insert. That doesn't seem like the youngest kid's fault though. That's the oldest kid's fault for letting her GPA drop. Yeah. Like, it's hard. College is hard, but like you said you wanted to go to college. Yeah, like
I'm in college, and as a college student, I get grades.
You're paying that debt. You're paying for your college completely yourself. So it's like
that's like my school is dependent on me, right? And like if you fail a semester, they're not going to refund you. You have to pay for that again and retake it. Same with a scholarship. Like if it's dependent on your GPA, then that's on you as the student to keep your GPA up.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say this, but I want to know if that 21-year-old female, when she turned 21, was partying a lot.
I want to know why her GPA dropped. Was she not paying as much attention in school? Was she partying? Was she living the typical college life? Because she's 21.
Yeah. Which is nothing wrong
college
with that.
life.
Have fun, live your life.
Yeah, but again, don't take it out on your youngest sibling.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're both youngest siblings too, so I think we do have a little bit of like bias of like, that mean older sibling. And it's like our siblings are great, but like it's just like that. Okay. Like I feel like you have a bond with younger siblings naturally when you're a youngest sibling, where it's like you want to like.
We're both dating older siblings.
We are.
Yeah.
Strange. Yeah, but we both like have always kind of not acted like stereotypical younger siblings. We've always kind of been more like middle child kind of acting, which makes sense for both of us because we both kind of grew up with like younger people in our lives that we kind of saw as like sibling relationships. So I think that might be why we're very middle child coded.
Okay. If she gets her GPA back above the threshold next semester, we can apparently readdress the situation to determine if her scholarship can be reinstated for the final semester of school. When I tell you we bent over backwards trying to find a solution before we came to the one we did, we've done the math, and she can't get her grades up with how much of a semester is left. Okay. She also can't take enough credits during the summer based on how the summer classes are structured to raise her GPA high enough, even if she got A's and the school refused to make any exceptions.
That's her fault.
Yeah.
Sorry. But like I feel bad. Like I'm sorry that you're losing your scholarship, but you need to now pay that. You lost your scholarship. You now need to take out a loan and pay for your school. Is how I see it personally. But like I get where the dad's coming from. I know he's just trying to help.
Kind of.
I think he kind of gives people pleaser vibes of like he just wants everyone to be happy and he feels bad. To no matter where he goes with the situation, he feels bad.
Of course, we were upset with her for allowing this to happen, and we had a long talk with her, and she's upset at herself too, as she should. But she's a very smart kid who really struggled with her mental health from sophomore year into junior year, and it affected her grades. Under no circumstance did we want her to leave college with only 1 year left. That just truly would not be fair to her after how hard she has been working. For my youngest 17th birthday back in December, we got her a brand new Toyota RAV4.
Oh, RAV4s are expensive.
Yeah, RAV4s are kind of like a luxury Toyota. This was somewhat a gift for the fact that she has also been working really hard in school and getting great grades.
Okay.
She's finishing up her junior year as well and has begun the application process to college. The car was a big deal and she was very happy to have it and has been driving it nonstop.
Okay.
Well, this week her mom and I sat her down and told her that we're very sorry, but we can't find another solution. We have to sell her car to help cover oldest tuition, mind you. The
That's
cost of this
awful.
car will cover probably 1/3 of the tuition for 1 full year after the FAFSA, which if you don't know, it's federal student aid. Probably with less value description. Yeah. Okay. I think he worded that a little funky.
Yeah, that was a little funky worded, but I think I get the concept.
Yeah, less value. Like they're going to sell the car for less because she's been driving it a lot, so the miles dropped. I think that's
cars. They go tank in value once you drive them off the lot, so makes sense.
She became extremely upset and told us that it is unfair. We were rewarding our oldest for failing and punishing her for succeeding. Exactly. And whose car we should sell if the same happened to her. But we never wanted her to feel punished for our oldest to feel rewarded. It's just the reality of what we need to do right now. If the same happened to her, we would do everything in our power to help. So please tell me if I would be an asshole for selling the car. Yes,
you are the asshole. Okay.
I was like a little bit agreeing with him. I was like, okay, I'm kind of seeing it. But the fact that the youngest is still succeeding, is not a bad child.
They're a good kid. It was a reward to them. Now you're taking away the reward.
And it wasn't even like a used
that car. Is gonna last them for like 10 plus years. That car is gonna last them a long time. Toyotas are good cars.
That's a 17-year-old is applying to college, meaning once they graduate, they're gonna be going to college. They're gonna need a car.
Yeah. Also,
and here's the thing, right?
Does the 21-year-old have a car? That's my question.
Yeah.
Where's the 21-year-old's car?
I want to say yes.
They might have answered in the comments. They might have been asked it. I'm not sure.
Okay, let me see.
That's like something I need to know. Does the 21-year-old have a car? And if so, why aren't you selling that one? Also, they said it was going to barely pay half.
Okay, OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole.
Okay.
1, I have not taken the action yet, but I might be the asshole if I sell my daughter's car to cover my oldest college tuition. 2, because she was given the car as a gift for working hard and my older daughter let her grades slip.
Yeah. That is why you're the asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the verdict? Do they have a verdict?
Asshole.
Asshole. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Bright red at the top.
Bright red.
All I'm saying is, as a college student myself, so I'm going to speak from my experiences. Yeah. And granted, I take my semesters, I structure them very differently, and I'm in school year round. I don't take summers off. I'm in school year round, but I take 5 week to 6 week classes, sometimes 7 week, depending on how they're structured. To take more classes, but in shorter stints, so I can really focus on getting higher grades. Now, with that being said, that cannot be everybody's structuring. And I get it. It's very difficult. It's very hard. And it's very taxing on the brain. But it's dependent on you for your grades to stay up.
Yeah.
And if you're 21, I'm about to be 21 this year, so I'm going to speak as it is. That's a reality check. Like, that's a big adult thing that you're going to have to go out and get a loan. You're going to have to go in debt. You're going to have to go do that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they can. You know, it's fairly easy to get a loan, especially if it's not, you're not asking for
there's a lot of people, there's a lot of companies with student loan specific, like, aids and stuff like that.
And I also want to know, is the daughter working to help pay for it?
Like, okay, so if it was just like they're completely relying on the scholarship and she hasn't been working and the parents don't have any college fund for her and all that, then she needs to get a job and start paying off her student loans. She is so lucky and like that she got that scholarship for her first 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think she realizes how much money she saved by getting that scholarship. What?
The comments are worse. This is from one of the commenters.
Okay.
My parents used my college fund to pay for my sister's extravagant wedding. I was 17 and she was 23. Back
my
then, loans were
God.
strictly needed based, and I couldn't get enough, and my scholarship wasn't enough to cover my dream school. I went to a state school with aid and a scholarship, and it turned out fine, but I'm 50 now, and it's still a wound in my soul. Ever so often, I wonder about the alternate path I almost went down. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, no. Don't take something from your younger kid to put towards your older kid. And don't take anything from your older kid to give towards your younger kid unless it's a hand-me-down that they're done with. Like,
exactly. And especially when it comes to education and school. In high school, okay, you know, like they're still a kid, but that is a fully grown adult. Regardless of other circumstances, that was dependent on them to handle it. And if they couldn't handle a full course load, like a full 4 classes, because they're just like, you know, I'm really struggling mentally right now, they should have taken 2 and been like, you know, split them up, do like the first quarter of the semester, take 1 class, and the second quarter take another, and then just do summer school. But the fact that they didn't think of that, I'm kind of like, okay, well, it's on them.
Yeah.
And you should go take that loan out, go get that federal aid, and let the youngest keep the car.
Or see if you can transfer your points to a cheaper university. Because I know sometimes you can transfer mid.
I will say that it really depends on the college you graduate from, because that's what's on your diploma. So a lot of people do like 2 years in community and then transfer to university to finish it out. So right now, her doing that, she would graduate with community if she went back to community or state college.
But if it's what she has to do, is what I'm saying. Like if
she has to do it, then I mean, it's kind of,
or it doesn't even have to be a community college, but just a cheaper college for that final semester.
Yeah.
But like, I just hate the fact it is. Okay, so we're only at 27 minutes, so we can read 2 more, 1 each if you'd like. So I found one. It doesn't even have a verdict yet. It's from 5 hours ago. Editing Izzy just coming in to give you guys a little trigger warning for this next story. We talk about death of a loved one, so if that is triggering for you, feel free to skip to 37 minutes and 11 seconds, and then you'll skip this story and just go straight to the next one. Regardless of if you skip or if you stay, I hope you enjoy. Am I the asshole for kicking my half-sister out of my dad's wake? I know. Okay. Shall I read? Okay. Shall I
my God.
Shall I continue?
Yes.
Sound good? Okay. My dad has 5 kids with 4 women. Messy, I know, but he's dead, so I'd appreciate everyone to be respectful. We are 36, 34, 27. 27 is the original poster. 25, which is Nicole, in quotation marks, and 19. None of us are close to Nicole because she has always been insanely selfish, possessive, and has the world's most draining victim complex. We all had as little contact with her as possible. Prior to this wake, none of us had spoken to Nicole outside of family weddings for years.
Okay.
All of us, I was closest to my dad in his last couple years and took care of him the most. So when he passed away, I was the one to work through all the paperwork and organize the funeral, his belongings, and his wake. At the wake, there are about 70 people, all in my dad's house. I was sort of in work mode to avoid the grief and making my way around the room, etc. When I noticed Nicole had arrived, I asked my aunt to greet her and continued with what I had to do. I did greet Nicole, but she kept trying to come up and talk to me during the wake, wanting to go to a separate room to talk and generally seeming a bit erratic. I kept trying to hint that I didn't really have time or the emotional space to to be fully in my feelings at that time, but she didn't seem to get the message. Okay. Weird. This went on for nearly 2 hours, and I was tired, my feet hurt, and my blood sugar was low. And as pathetic as it sounds, I really just wanted to talk to my dad, who was now in the ground. Oh, that's so sad. I wasn't having the best day. It's your dad's wake. I understand. Yeah, you need a hug. You need a hug and a big old, like, nap, like maybe a big old blanket around you. You just need, like, a little box of tissues. You just need to, like, hibernate after something like that. Oh my gosh. So I finally sat down with my little sister, and Nicole storms over and in front of the entire room raises her voice and says something like, "Oh, so you have time for her and not me. My dad died too, and I'm trying to talk to you." Holy shit.
Wow.
That makes me so angry. That makes my blood boil. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if I was in my right mind, honestly, because I still do not remember feeling anything that day other than lightheaded and completely and utterly incensed by Nicole's outburst. I've never heard that word be used that way, but I think that, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it was a typo. I don't know. I told her quietly, "Nicole, someone has died." Yeah. I told her quietly, "Nicole, someone has died. You are not the victim today. I will not deal with the embarrassment on top of everything else. Get out of my house."
Yeah.
Okay,
As you should.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. She started arguing with me, but I just walked out, and my fiance escorted her out while I went into the kitchen for a few minutes. I've had to block Nicole because of the amount of messages she sent, but since the dust has settled, a couple of relatives I've spoken to have said it was harsh to kick her out because she was sad about the death. Yeah, but that doesn't... You can't cause a scene still, though. Mm-hmm. I think that considering this is a pattern of behavior for her, it didn't have much to do with the grief. The siblings agree, but a few family members have gently suggested I reach out and apologize. Should I? No. Cut her out of your life.
No.
But that's just me.
No.
That's me. I don't know, man.
I think he was in the right.
Yeah, not the asshole. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. Not the
Nicole's
asshole.
the asshole.
She was in the wrong. She was 100% the wrong.
Yeah.
Also, because... Granted, you know, yeah, okay, somebody's avoiding you. Okay, but whatever. Be an adult understand that
their dad just died.
Everything else is happening.
Uh-huh.
And you can talk to them after.
Mm-hmm. She also kept wanting to go to another room to talk, where the original poster, they just went over to their sister to talk really quickly. It wasn't like she went to another room with them, or they went to another room with them. I don't know.
Is it a he or?
I don't know. Five kids was
specified.
I don't think they specify their gender, so I'm just gonna say they.
So, they.
Yeah. But they didn't even go to like a different room with their sister. They just like were talking to their sister in the room that the wake was happening, and then Nicole causes this big scene.
Pattern of behavior. I'm just like, if it's a pattern and
it's like, okay,
that pattern like continued. Into like the way
I'd be like, you can't even keep it together today. You can't even not make it about yourself today, because like I've met people like Nicole, like I know people like Nicole, so that's why I'm like, I believe original poster that they were not brushing her off. They were just being like short with her and saying like, hey, I can't talk right now, I'm not doing great. Which, if that's the case, if my sibling and I were mourning our dad's death, I think it's just the person I am. I know they're half siblings, it's a little bit different, but still, I would be doing everything I can to make sure everyone else is feeling comforted in some way. No matter how much I'm hurting, I'd also want to make sure all my siblings are doing okay. You know, like, I don't get the mindset that it's like, oh, but my dad died. It's like our dad died, actually. And we're all grieving in very different ways. So please be respectful of that. That's wild. Yeah. So they don't have a verdict yet because we are so early on. But there are some comments. Yeah.
Okay.
And original poster has responded to some of these comments. So,
okay.
Someone commented, you didn't kick her out because she was sad about the death. You kicked her out because she was being demanding and entitled to your attention specifically. Exactly. Why couldn't she have tried to talk to one of the other siblings? Why does that responsibility solely fall to you? And then the original poster responded, they didn't want to talk to her either. But I guess because she saw me comforting my sister, she chose to confront me. And then I'm the one who kicked her out, so it's on me.
Yeah.
That's wild. Okay. So there's just, someone asked for information, for more context. They said, info. I mean, at any point before this, did you say, hey, Nicole, I really don't have the bandwidth for something like to talk to you right now or anything like that? It kind of seems like you didn't really give her a chance and made her feel pretty ignored. Although I have a cousin who would not have been able to hear even that and would have blown up no matter what unless she got exactly her way. So if Nicole is that kind of person, I understand why you wouldn't even want to risk trying to say that much. And then the original poster responded, I said multiple times, sorry, but I need to check on other guests / food / kids, etc., and moved off onto the next task. Bear in mind, this was going on for 2 hours. And she had seen me moving around and doing things. I'm not sure how it wasn't clear I was busy. I didn't want to say, not today, in case she made a scene, but I guess that's unavoidable. So, yeah. It seems like a lot of people, there's a couple commenters that are like, oh, you might, like, I wish I had more context for, like, what she was trying to talk to you about, because it might have been important to her, and so that's why she lashed out. But it seems like a pattern. Yeah. And a lot of people are kind of like, I know people like this, and Nicole is the asshole, not you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm getting at, too. Because it's just like, if this is a pattern, if this was out of character, I would say she's grieving. She's not the, like, no one's the asshole here. It's just everyone's going through a really hard time.
But since it's a pattern, I don't think they're the asshole for kicking them out.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't think DOP is the asshole at all. So, ooh, okay.
Mine's pretty juicy.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Am I the asshole for no longer giving my ex her allowance?
Sugar baby?
Okay. This one's fresh too. 12 hours ago? No verdict.
No verdict or verdict?
Verdict. No verdict.
Oh, okay.
We'll create our own verdict. 30 male, have been living with my girlfriend, 31 female, for a little over a year. We share just about everything and have been through a lot of rough times, including living in her car together.
Wow.
When I got a new job, she indicated that she wanted to go back to college to finish her medical degree. I was fully supportive of this, and we worked out the details of our budget together. We considered the money I was bringing in as our money, not my money.
Okay.
I have comments about that. Okay.
That's okay. Okay.
Let's save that round back to money, because that's gonna be a whole topic, and I know it. So let's read through, and then, because already me and you are passionate about money, so we're gonna
that's one way to put it.
Put a pin in it.
I'm just gonna say this real quick. Me and my fiance, we see it all as our money, but we also still have 2 separate bank accounts, and we also are very like, you worked hard for that money, so it's yours at the end of the day. But we like split bills and stuff, so it's like in that essence it's ours, but like it's a little, I don't know, I'm a little suspicious.
This was mutually agreed upon by both of us when we made the budget, that I would be responsible for paying for these things, bills, food, etc., until she graduated, including our budget was a small amount of each of our spending money. Essentially, an allowance for each of us. We could spend our allowance on whatever we wanted, and often would spend our allowances on each other's gifts, paying for date nights, etc. Okay. Now, I will preface this by saying it is entirely my fault this has happened. I've lived most of my life with undiagnosed bipolar and ADHD. I recently got them both diagnosed, but I'm still learning the ins and outs of how to behave like a normal person. I'm quick to anger when I'm doing something and get interrupted. I often assume when people are upset about something, they're upset at or blame me for it, which causes me to get hyper defensive. I don't do well at expressing my emotions or how much I care about things such people. I know all these things are issues of mine and not the responsibility of anyone else to quote unquote fix. While my girlfriend has been supportive and tried her best to help me with these issues, as well as making me more interested in caring for myself properly, she recently has hit her limit. It wasn't any one thing. I've never laid a hand on her, never threatened her, barely raised my voice. However, my attitude reflects my emotions, even in the times I am aware of what I'm doing and actively try to calm myself down. Okay. She broke up with me, saying that we need to fix our friendship before we can consider being in a relationship. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, that's understandable. I do not disagree. That's weird wording to say I agree, but anyways. Over the last few months, over the last few months, things have been steadily sliding downhill, and I can see the logic of her decision. I do not blame her, I do not hate her, and I'm not upset with her over this decision, and I do want us to remain friends through this. She, in my eyes, has done nothing wrong here. Now, there were certain things I agreed to which I would not feel comfortable taking back. For example, I am not comfortable dumping her car payment, cell phone bill, food for her dogs, etc. on her over this. These, as far as I'm concerned, are basic necessities of life, and she is going to school full time. Since all of her necessities are taken care of, I do not feel like it is fair to me to have to contribute giving her additional money. If I stop giving her that money, but continue keeping up the rest of my promise to her, am I the asshole?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That's a
lot more than I
lot. Okay. Processing. Gears turning. I feel
Okay.
like you are a saint in itself because you're friends with her as well as you were dating her.
Yeah.
So you're trying to just
Yeah.
work through things. You are so kind for still paying for her in general.
For sure.
For not being like, okay, well, fuck you because you want to break.
Yeah.
Like you're being very
The fact that you're
mature.
sitting there and understanding all of it and
Paying
being
for
like,
her
okay,
phone bill, her dog's food,
and
her
her car.
groceries, her car. You're
Yeah, and I'm
being
assuming
more
they're still
than
living
kind.
together.
I would assume so because
Yeah.
So like not
So the
giving her
fact that
extra
you're still
money for just
covering,
spending on things, like that's
yeah,
she needs to
I
just
don't
get
think,
that herself.
yeah, I don't think he's the a-hole.
But here's the thing. I'm also the type of person where I feel like each person in a couple should have some sort of money to themselves. I think like if you're a stay-at-home mom, that's a full-time job. Like I completely understand that.
Yeah.
But like when you're like dating, I feel like it's important to have some sort of like financial backing to yourself. I also just think it's smart because if you're completely reliant on someone and then something happens, you don't want to be,
Now, I will
completely
say,
on the ground level again.
I will say again, someone who took out a loan, I have in my loan living expenses. I'm not working because again, full-time student, so I understand where she's coming from with that. Being full-time student, you don't really have time to like work a traditional job. So I understand.
Yeah.
Now again, that being said, I still have living expense money that I can take from my loan if I need to use it for living expenses, car payments, stuff like that. But fun money or like extracurricular money is not something anyone's owed because that's not a necessity. And OP here is already giving her a lot of free money, just housing
And
her,
has been
feeding. Yeah. I don't think they're the a-hole. I really don't. I think they're
they're the a-hole either.
I think they're bending over backwards, honestly.
I think that they're being more than understanding, and I think the fact that they're like, I don't disagree. They agree.
I do not disagree.
I do not disagree. They agree with like the want to be friends for a little bit and just work on their specific dynamic in their relationship as friends before they get back into being the intricacies of a romantic relationship again.
Yeah.
I really value how upfront and understanding they've been with that. The fact that they're not like, okay, we're just friends. I'm going to treat you like my friend. Like, not in a petty way, just in like a, like, we're roommates. We split things now.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what most people would do in that situation. So the fact that he's paying for all her basic necessities is so generous still, that I don't understand why he would be an asshole for not giving even more than that. It's like, I feel like it would be, am I the asshole for not paying for any of her things anymore? That would be, okay, I could see the argument there.
See the argument.
But it's fun money.
You know, it's fun money.
Like, there's so many people that live paycheck to paycheck. And, like...
Yeah. I don't think he's the asshole here. And I think it doesn't sound like she's mad about it. It sounds like he's just asking before he makes that decision, I think.
Okay.
Because
I think as long as he's very honest and upfront about it and doesn't, you know, take things to extreme and just keeps everything pretty mellow, just like, hey, this is just a conversation. I want to talk about finances now that we're not dating anymore. Now, if you see this, us being friends and working things out as being very temporary and like we'll probably be dating again in like a couple weeks, then we can keep things going the exact same way we've been doing them. But if you think this is going to be months of us working things out, we'll probably be more like friends and roommates for a little bit. And I'm not going to make you pay for half the bills and everything because I know you're in college. But I feel like it's understandable that I don't feel like I should pay for every single thing you do. I'll pay for all the necessities, though. I think that's like really sweet of him to still say.
Yeah. And I mean, like, obviously I've had conversations with my significant other and stuff, and it's as long as I'm in school and I'm not excessively paying for stuff, it's still his money, but I can ask for it. And you know,
it's like, hey, I really like this dress, would you mind if I get it? And then being like, yeah, sure, here, let me get it for you.
He's already comfortable paying for me while I'm fully in school, because when I get out of school, making money, putting into that, you know, it'll even out. But the fact that they're broken up, because it wasn't a break, it was broken up, and still paying, that's very very sweet. But in the comments, it is, depending on the state of your relationship, you should stop giving her any money whatsoever.
That's
the general
fair.
consensus. So no, I don't think he's the asshole for
if he doesn't think they're getting back together, he should stop paying for her in general. He should be like, hey, I'll pay for you till this month. You have till this month to figure out what you're going to do after that, though. Because I think just like cold turkey, that's kind of an asshole move. But like being like, hey, I understand you're a full-time college student, but paying for two people is a lot. It's a lot of money that I'm paying. And so I'd appreciate if by this month you are moved out and you're paying for yourself. You know, give her a couple months heads up so that way she can get a job that hopefully works with her schedule, whether it's part-time or she does something remote. But
or she
like
cuts down her college hours.
Like I feel bad, but it's kind of just like,
because I think their ages, their ages, she's 31, he's 30. So at 31, at
that's
31,
a little old to be not you can go to college at any age, but I was imagining younger people in my mind the entire time.
No, they're older, and it seems like to me
also she's older than him.
She's wanting to stay in college full time to get it over sooner because she's young. She's older.
Yeah, she's not as young as she used to be. But like, I mean, I get
that's
it.
Probably why.
I wonder if, because there's the deal you can do where you get a general nurse, I think that's what it's called, degree, and then you go back to become a nurse practitioner. I believe that's what it is. Gabe has family members that have done that. And
finish
that is like
medical degree is what it said.
So it's probably something
could be it
in that realm where it's like she has her base degree, but she's trying to get a better degree so she can get better pay. Which if that's the case, like that's still your responsibility. You know, if you're a grown woman and like you don't want to be with this person anymore and they were paying for everything, I'm sorry, but like you can't expect them to pay for it anymore. And I don't think they do.
Yeah.
I don't think they're expecting them to pay for it anymore. I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't know them.
They haven't really talked about.
Yeah.
Like the OP hasn't really talked about the girlfriend's opinion or like the ex-girlfriend's opinion in any of this.
Yeah.
It's mainly been from their perspective. So I don't know. I would want more clarification on how she feels about it.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's just him. Like he doesn't want to be an asshole towards her.
Yeah.
But she's not. So I would deem this one not the a-hole. But
not the a-hole. We'll see what the verdict is. Well,
yeah.
We'll see. Maybe we'll do like a little update if we ever do a part 2 to Am I the Asshole? Yeah. We can do a little update on what the verdicts for these second ones ended up being.
Yeah. Or we just put in the comments.
Yeah, we'll put in the comments if we figure it out before then as well. Or you guys can, if for some reason you find these and
scroll through. Like if you're a Reddit scroller.
I might link them in the description of the episode so that they can find them easier if they want to read through them themselves. But yeah. Anyways, okay. Any final takes you want to do before we finish up this episode? And we're gonna record not next week's episode, but the week after that episode, right after this, which is Reddit relationship advice.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. We'll do 4 because like I think we realized like, wait, don't we have a really long one though? We might do 3. We might do 3.
Yeah,
instead.
it's the brother in the threesome.
Okay, so I might have you read that one and then I'll do
brother
threesome. And there's so little context for what we mean by that.
No context.
Keep watching the podcast to find out.
Yeah. It's that one. I don't know, but it's that one. No advice. Just no. You know. But anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Yes. Make sure to like, comment, and rate us depending on where you're watching. And
subscribe to become a bestie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we might do like some subscriber special stuff. Maybe video games because we're girly gamers.
We are. So we'll see. I don't know how many subscribers we're gonna have by this episode coming out. So I'm so excited to find out because like we have posted no episodes to the channel, but one of my other channels, I've linked it in like videos descriptions, and we already have like 80 subscribers with no content. And so I'm excited to like, for us, the first episode hasn't even gone out yet. It's coming out this Tuesday for us, and it's Thursday. So it's coming out in a couple days, which I'm so excited to work on the trailer for it. Oh my god. Let me know how you guys like the trailer, because I'm going to have a little trailer so that we can like hype it up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, she's the full editor of all of this, so you can thank her for all the cute little stuff she does.
Thank you.
I know. But you can also connect with us on Instagram, and all of our handles are sheknowsit pod.
Yes.
Yeah. And I would love to know all your takes. I love opinions. I love talking. I'm a chatterbox. Always have been.
Same.
So if you also have like some like stories like this, if you want to comment it.
Yeah, comment them down below, and also link if you want us to do a part 2 of Am I the Asshole. Link your favorite Am I the Asshole stories.
Yeah. I would love to know, because I've not been on Reddit that much, surprisingly.
Neither am I. I listen to Smosh Pit's Reddit reading deals. They read Am I the Assholes a lot, but
just like find it on like shorts, like YouTube shorts.
Am I the asshole for kicking a baby? Like it's like random, like those types of shorts.
Am I the asshole for throwing a grandma off the train?
It's like context.
Like, oh my god. Okay.
She was on fire, and I was hoping it would put out the fire. It's like
exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, I would love to know if you guys have anything like that. Even if you have just like any stories, maybe personal stories that you would want to share, like Am I the asshole with? I'd love to know.
Maybe we could read commenters. Am I the assholes?
Ooh, that would be nice.
That would be fun. If we get enough, we could do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next week, besties.